to come and fix it.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty
Well,
much
they
how it
were
always
scheduled. That's how it is. They were scheduled yesterday to come at 3 o'clock, and I was getting off work on Friday at 2. But then all of a sudden at 2, my boss was like, "Oh yeah, remember that meeting that we were supposed to have?" So I was like, "Oh my god!" And I called them and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to. I might be a little late. I got a meeting." They're like, "Oh, we can reschedule." And I was like, "No, absolutely not. No." Yeah, dude. Well, they were scheduled. That's how it is. They were scheduled yesterday to come at 3 o'clock, and I was getting off work on Friday at
Holy
2.
crap.
But then all of a sudden at 2, my boss was like, "Oh yeah, remember that meeting that we were supposed to have?"
Where is it?
So I was like, "Oh my god!" And I called them and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to."
Stop. Oh my goodness, that was freaking weird. Okay. And of course it stopped working. Let's try it again.
I think your computer has had enough at 13.
This is the only game we've had that problem.
I can't take this bad dialogue anymore. The processor just blows out of your computer.
So it's only had 16 hours, man. Still has another like 15 or whatever to go.
I remember 13 actually being a decently long game. I think
It's doing that thing again. I can't freaking read Discord at the same time. I'm going to put this into windowed mode. Because that's freaking dumb.
Are you trying to tell me that they may have a lazy port of this game?
Believe it or not, I think that might have been what happened. But it wasn't doing this before, so I don't know why it started doing it all of a sudden. Anyways, freaking quit the game.
What's up, Bryce?
Oh my gosh, what the fetch? Okay, hold on. Guys, this is being really stupid. How do I... Dude, just quit the freaking game.
Bryce, did you just
What?
me?
Okay. I want this to go over here. And stay up there. I want this to go over here. I want this to be closed. I want this to go over here as well. Okay. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to tell it to be in windowed mode.
Of course it doesn't have borderless window.
Whatever it takes to allow me to freaking see Discord at the same time. That's all that matters.
How do you usually do it?
I don't know. It started doing this recently, where the screen would flash black as it opens the game, and then it would sort of take over both screens for a second, and then it's like Discord gets moved down in the right window so far that I can't read anything.
Well, I made my Skype window super small so I can see Discord now. I could try to read all the comments, but
I can see it now that I'm in window mode. It was just when it was in full mode.
Gotcha.
That it was doing that. But it wasn't doing that the last 12 times we've played it. It was just yesterday and today that it started doing this.
It's that 13th time.
You're right. But actually,
Bryce
it's the 12th time because it was yesterday.
Bryce says no dual monitor setup. He was asking a question.
No, I do have a dual monitor setup. I have Discord on the right monitor and the game on the left monitor. When I am playing in full screen mode, as it's like booting the game, it will quickly flash to black, both screens. And when it comes back, Discord on the right screen is moved all the way down so that I can't read it. I just see like the top part where it says Patreon live streams. That strip of it is like all the way down at the bottom of the screen. And then it's full screen. The game is on the left side.
Oh. Well, I'm glad at least
I
window
don't
mode
understand.
is working for you.
Yeah, when I do windowed mode, now it's like I can go between them both. The annoying thing is that when it's in windowed mode and I want to use my mouse, it moves the camera like this. So like, this is the reason I switched to full screen mode.
So it does like the Final Fantasy X camera movement, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of annoying.
Don't worry, guys. Our favorite character is back and in action.
Oh boy. What are my paradigms right now? Also, I have CP. Resolution is 1920 by 1080.
Oh, Snow, you still look like a 30-year-old man who goes to high school parties.
Grab that. These are already fully leveled up, right? Yep. That's all.
So
I
has
just go this way.
either one of you gone to Retropalooza?
What's that?
I don't know. It's some kind of event where they do. They have all these YouTuber panelists, and then there's like all this like basically like retro systems, retro games set up so you can play them and everything like that. Seems pretty cool. And there's one going on in Texas. I saw a Dreamcast guy said he was going to be there, so I thought about going.
I live in Virginia. I've never really heard of that.
I wonder if it's a Texas only thing, because I saw that it's been through Arlington and then Houston and a couple other areas, but
If it was in
Must be a
Virginia,
Texas.
I would have been there.
yeah, I was this close to going. I was going to leave this morning, but it was going to be a 4-hour drive, and I thought, man, I got to drive back tomorrow.
Oh,
The problem I have with the places like that, not the events or anything, or just having fun with people, I usually go to those places as a retro collector, like in the dealer room.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times those people are trying to rip you off because they're in the heat of the moment.
Right.
You know, it's right there. You don't have to wait online. It's right there to buy, so they mark up the price ridiculously. I'll tell you a story after this cutscene.
You think it's stupid to fight?
It is if you get killed.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Like an inadvertent way of being very offensive. He,
Because that would piss me off.
No match for Norm,
Yeah.
right?
that's legitimate. Like that, I see being something really offensive. That I can totally understand why Hope would be pissed at him saying something like that.
Not to mention, like, Snow is just like 100% condescending to him and like treating him like a kid.
Yeah,
It's like, you're not helping the situation, Snow.
that was actually pretty good writing right there. I liked that.
That's me. What's up?
You damn well know what's up.
I kind of feel like sometimes these cutscenes are like written by like completely different people,
Slipped my mind.
Yeah.
like each time.
Right.
It's like one time it's like really good, and the next time it's like, oh my god, I can't believe they just said that.
Are you all right?
I'm great, you're great, everybody's great.
And I want that phone.
Reunion time.
I was going to say, I can't believe that's a phone. That's just
So
like,
whack, man. Hey,
Don't
Paul.
sweat it. That line's
up, Paul?
hyper-encrypted.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, sis. Is that you?
I'm not your sister.
Lightning, just accept it.
He's part of the family now.
You're also all Lassie. How many Lassie are out there?
We should have a say in what's done to protect it.
Attention all units. Ignore all fire zone restrictions. Fire at will.
What?
Whatever it takes to kill the Lassie. Over.
Whatever it takes. You want to start a war in the streets?
He could have been a
Civilians
villain.
are still evacuating. The collateral we're talking about is unacceptable. You don't know what it's like out there.
You don't understand why we're here. Who do you think it is? Terrified of Pulse and begging us to kill the Lassie. It's not the Sanctum. It's not
It's
us.
the most Japanese white guy I've ever seen.
It's the
It's a very honorable, like, through the story, he's a very honorable person, though.
Yeah.
We'll meet at Hope's place. Felix Heights, 35A.
Right. See you there. Tell Fang hey.
Take care of Hope.
All over it. And I'll tell you more about Sarah when we meet up. I found out she can turn back. There's still hope.
Snow, listen to me. It's about Hope. His mother
Lightning.
was...
It's me.
Hope? Hope! Answer me! Hope!
Yelling
Convenient.
doesn't fix it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Very convenient.
I would have started off with like, hey, that guy's about to kill you. I guess, I don't know. I would have been interested about my sister,
You
but
fall in behind.
Oh yeah, hey, watch out for that teenager because he's trying to kill you. He's like, well, it's static, and
yeah, you know that knife you gave me for my birthday? Worst birthday ever. I stab you.
Lightning's gonna be like, huh, you know, I'm not entirely against this. Oh, we get to play as Fang now. My favorite.
Alright. Let's take a look at this Crystarium. Wait, only 2,800 points? Oh, she's already at level 2 on everything, though. That's good. Let's see. This is probably good with.
So yeah, I went to MagFest 2016, and they had a dealer room there, and that's specifically the reason I went. I drove 2 hours up there for it because I heard they had a really nice dealer's room. I go there, and it's like, it was fine. I did get like a thing or two, but there was this one booth where this guy was just intentionally just hoard, like gauging her price, like raising it like crazy.
Really?
And people were like, I saw people like buying from him. And I saw a boxed Legend of Zelda for NES, boxed up, and he was trying to sell it for $200 when you can easily find a really good condition one for $80 everywhere else. And I asked him, and I said, "Why are you charging $200 for this?"
Yeah, is it signed or something?
All he said was, "It's a boxed Legend of Zelda," and I said, "There's nothing else special about it." And he said, "No," and he's like, "No, but that's what it's worth." And I told him, I'm like, "That's not what it's worth. It's worth $80." And if you don't believe me, I can get on the internet and show you. He's like, "Why are you so ridiculously higher priced? Are you not aware of the price?" And he told me, "Oh, I'm aware of the price." And I'm like, "Oh god, it's one of these people." And I tried to haggle with him a little bit, tried to get him to go open it. I was like, "Look, man, I know you took your time, so I'll look with. I will pay $2. He said, "No, I have 200 picks. Leave it." And I told him, "I guarantee you that you are not but before you leave. Like, I guarantee it. No one's going to buy it." And so I come back later to that day. And of course, he's getting stuff packed up, and he never sold that Zelda. And he's just looking at me with his face like I kind of gave him a grin. I like waved at him a little bit, with a smile, and he just gave me that, "I hate these fetchers" type of thing. It was great. Like,
that's awesome.
I didn't want it. I mean, I have one, but like I was just trying to see if I could get him to go. But see, that's the thing. They have this mindset that you will go there and pay more than you should for something like that. And to an extent, he's right, because there's people that are going to pay like almost twice the price for something just so they can have it right now. And
yeah, I mean, I could see like, okay, if it's normally like on eBay $80, I mean, the fact that you get to see it in person, if it's in really good shape, like you could probably test to see if it worked and such. Like the fact that you don't have to wait for it, you can go home and play it that day. Like I could see like if it's normally 80, like on eBay, like maybe like 100.
The only thing I can remotely defend them on is that they do take time to get the stuff, put in boxes, drive down to the place, set up the thing. And I'd be willing to pay like $100 or $110 for an $80 thing, just because I kind of understand that. But when you make something $200 for an $80 product, that is pushing it way too far.
Yeah, that's obnoxious.
No, you're kind of trying to be evil at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm a Zelda collector, so it's like I know the price on top of my head.
I like in my head, like I like the idea of like collecting a lot of that nostalgic stuff, especially even with that Zelda game that you're talking about. I used to own that one because I had a regular Nintendo back when I was like it was actually my older sister's, but the problem I have is like in the back of my mind, I'm just like I could go download it on a ROM and play it, like So the idea of spending like so much money on something that I could just get I can't ever buy it.
To me, it's more about the preservation of history and fascination of it. Because I can easily go download it myself. I mean, I've downloaded emulated ROMs, but you know, it feels good to have that authentic experience, and you know, I have the money to do it, so you know, I might as. It's something fun to do, but I 100% understand if people, you know, get used emulators and ROMs. I mean, it's an expensive hobby. There's no doubt about that. So I don't condone anyone for using stuff like that. I personally prefer not to, but it doesn't mean I'm against it.
Yeah, I saw kind of the history of like emulation. I saw an interview with some guy who was really into it, and they were kind of talking about like how surprising it is that companies like Nintendo aren't like just like foaming at the mouth about emulation as much as, or they're not making more noise about it. And I guess he's saying like they've used, the problem is they themselves have used a lot of the like the emulation that like programs out there that have been programmed. They've, instead of just making their own, they've just used other people's. And the fact that since they've used their own, it's kind of hard to turn around and just be like, well, you can't use it, because they didn't want to spend the resources to develop their own. Because when you have things that have been tested by thousands of people, it's really worked out a lot of the bugs. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I don't know how accurate it was.
Over the years, like here and there, has been fighting the emulation scene. Like, it's harder to find like more famous Super Nintendo titles like Link to the Past or Super Metroid or Super Mario World.
Where do I start?
Like if you try to go like I don't know if it's changed any since then, but last I checked, Cool ROM did not have like Nintendo emulators or ROMs on there. Because Nintendo,
Really?
just, like, yeah, Nintendo really gets down on it. I don't know if anything's changed, that they found some legal
I
loophole, but
wasn't born on Cocoon.
I was gonna say, I feel like I downloaded a Super Mario RPG the other day.
The world below
yeah, you can still
you all
find
hate
them.
so
It's
much.
Yeah.
it's Nintendo's trying to crack down on
Turned
the
a
more
crystal there and
popular
gone to
websites.
sleep. But when we came around, here we were.
Nintendo does not like
The Rose
piracy,
and Cocoons
despite
in such
like
an
having
uproar
the
is
worst.
The same reason you're here now.
Like,
Vanille and I woke up.
but best way to put it, like their ability to internet has now come to Gear 2006. They're now at the standards of the PS3 360 era.
What's that, emulation?
No, just like in general, trying to handle like online services or
Oh, I
trying to
gotcha.
fight piracy and stuff like that.
The Sanctum follows Val C orders. It's not just after the sea. They'll target civilians and purge everyone who's a threat.
More innocents get killed.
You can't take the blame for that.
Someone has to.
We can still
Like
save
Sony does not care at all. It seems like
bring the army to us.
I can go right into like the Android app store and just download a PlayStation 1 emulator and just download any PlayStation 1 game I want right onto my Android and just play it. Like they don't seem to care at all.
Oh, that's for sure.
It's wild.
Only one choice, I guess. Try to save everyone. So, Hope, are you with me on this? You just need to look out for yourself.
Seems weird that he's like,
Someone's about to get the worst birthday present ever to the back.
it seems weird he's like just like every time the camera pans to him he's like gritting his teeth and I'm like, dude, just do something, you know?
Just do
You know-
it already.
But like you said, it's really like Hope's still being irrational, but you know, you kind of can't help it at that point for how arrogant Snow's being right now.
Yeah, I mean, if he was like, hey, I just want to stab this guy because he's annoying, like I'd be like, wow, this is very believable.
It's like Hope, you shouldn't do it, but I'm not going to stop you if you do it.
Bryce says he imagines emulation is about 1/8 the bandwidth of porn on the internet. Good observation. He also said Google Fiber can't come soon enough, huh? At Lord Mike.
Yep.
I switched to Verizon recently from Comcast, and it's 1 gig up and 1 gig down, just like Google.
That's pretty good. What's it cost?
I mean, I'm only paying 80 a month.
It's a comparable price. I think Google Fiber's gigabit plan is $70 a month.
And what I like most about it compared to Comcast is that they're based at like their station. So like at like my my electricity went out and just came back on or something like that, my internet would still be up like as soon as my cable box comes on.
Oh, nice.
Like it's or like if a major storm happens and like phone lines get hit, just like sent them up fiber optics. It's to their place. As long as their place didn't get hit, I'm all good.
Dude, I was sitting in my apartment during Hurricane Harvey. Did not lose power at all for that entire week. However, my internet went out, and dude, like, that's like the worst thing ever now. It's 2017, no internet, no cable, awful.
Yeah, it's really always pretty eye-opening whenever that happens. Like, my phone actually just freaking, like, completely crapped out today. I can't use it at all. And I was
out at
a restaurant waiting to get something to eat, and I could not use my phone to look up anything. It was like, what the freak do I do?
Yeah,
just sit
that
here?
hurricane I had, we went without internet for a week. But you know the funny thing is, when I cancel with Comcast, they were actually trying a lot. Yeah, they were willing to count me. And I said, all right. And I told them straight out. I was like, Comcast, can you give me something better? 15 megabits a second and up. They're like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. And I said, all right. And now on top of that, they're serving. God. I mean, Comcast has the worst service, and I haven't had to call Verizon yet for anything. It's like Comcast, I called at least every other month about something that happened. But Verizon, I just haven't had issues at all.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Comcast really is like the worst freaking thing ever. They're terrible. Wait a minute. How the freak do I get down? Or up there? Huh. I do not like this song. I know I say it every time, but I really don't like it. Probably after I get up there. There we go.
I feel like they try to give you this like town experience right here, but like I think they really missed the boat. Like you really have to be able to like talk to people and like I don't know, do stuff for it to feel towny, you know?
Yep.
Otherwise, it just feels like another level.
Incentive chip. Holy crap, I can't see anything. There we go.
Are we in that town?
Yeah.
Now that we're in a linear town where we can't do anything and except run through it, but
yeah, look how clean everything is. Like the everything's like super shiny.
Can you imagine how fun towns would be to explore if you could go in them? Could do something like that.
How about this? You see that?
Does he still have that power wrist on that you like maxed out?
Yes, he does. That's why he's so friggin' strong. He's like totally beasting it, but I should remove it so that I can give it to next time I'm playing with that group.
2,000 damage.
So my strength's at 203 right now with that on. If I put anything else on, it's gonna like take that way down. But
yeah, it's like you start contemplating, like you're like I should remove it, but then you look at like what'll happen, and you're like
I just need to remember to take it off before I switch over. Actually, oh, you're
Does it bother you all in RPGs when like the characters wear the same outfit the entire game? Because it seems like in like movies and like TV shows and everything, like they try to like emulate real life, where like, you know, you're not going to wear the same shirt for like 3 years.
I guess it helps keep their identity in check.
That's true.
A mandatory citywide evacuation has been ordered.
Now,
It doesn't really bother me. It's just weird that like it never comes up.
I think it just depends on the game. Like a game like this, I want them. Like, see, it kind of bothers me already that Snow has marks on the back, but it's not there when he is when it's on the.
Well,
like,
I wish they would
something
explain
like,
it more.
He like has like different elves or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would have been better. But then again, it's kind of hard to make new designs. Just a small.
Well, I think it'd be cool if they explained like, hey, the coat is what gives him such awesome power. Because then they could have had like a part of the game where like the Sanctum takes his coat away, and he's like vulnerable.
It's true.
Maybe Hope had to protect him.
Now, I will say, I do really like Snow's design in Lightning Returns. That's much better. He actually looks and acts in that game. You know, despite him being technically a mob boss who is 7 years old.
I'm trying to think of like the worst like Final Fantasy cast if you're gonna pull like characters together. I'm trying to think if you put like Snow and then Vaughn, and then I'm trying to think maybe like Riku.
Let me put it this way: if you had Snow in Bosch's place, Vaughn would still be trying to kill Snow.
It would have never ended.
Because he keeps coming off as arrogant, and Vaughn's like, okay, I really want to kill this asshole. When Bosch would be, you know, Bosch is mature, calm, you know, just an all-around good person. That's
all-around beast.
All you teach.
How about this?
But,
I still want to know what hair gel Bosch uses on his hair.
What was that?
I still want to know what hair gel Bosch uses on his hair. It's crazy.
The JRPG hair gel. Actually, there's a new RPG that came out recently. I'm waiting for the Switch version, but it's another Western studio that made a like a JRPG like game, Battle Chasers.
Not good.
I'm interested in trying that, but I mean, it just came out this week. But I'm waiting for the Switch version because that definitely looks like something better on the Switch. But the battle system, the art looks really good.
I remember I listened to the soundtrack for this game before the game came out. It like leaked online, and I listened to it. And I remember being particularly excited about this track that's playing right now. I was like, oh man, that part's gonna be epic. Like.
Oh.
And then the scene they use in it is so dumb.
What are you doing?
Why'd you throw the gun away?
No, that was a terrible idea. Like, you would have kept them all safe if you just stayed low.
Doesn't matter.
Low profile.
Just wipe them all out.
Yeah, so I was like, oh man, this is what they're using this song for?
Are they really?
What's the song? I can't 100% hear it.
It's... I don't remember the name of it.
How about this?
Oh shoot. Hold on. Where's my medic?
I can take it.
Steel Guard!
Thanks, partner. Hope, follow my lead.
Oh crap, these guys are nuts. Whoops, 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 wrong
Time
one.
to switch, kiddo.
Heal yourself. Provoke them. Yes, good.
Thanks, Hope.
There you go. Keep healing. Keep healing. We want a Ravager symbol. There we go. Attack them. Not that one, though. So, slash and burn on that guy.
Yeah, since you guys are talking about Resident Evil, man, you know what we still haven't seen yet? Any news on that Resident Evil 2 remake Capcom said is happening?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's 2014 that happened, I think.
I heard it's going to be episodic.
Oh, dear God.
No, I'm just kidding. I just made that up.
Yeah, figured, but yeah, in this day and age, you can't ever be too sure.
Well, they're gonna release the second episode as like an anime, but then the third part's gonna come back as a game.
I mean, you could technically make that game episodic. You could just be like episode Claire, episode Leon, episode Ada,
Yeah.
episode Dog.
Is this Provoke not working on him or something? Why does he keep Provoke?
And Revelations is coming out on PS4 and Switch pretty soon. I might actually be halfway interested in playing again on Switch. That was a Resident Evil I actually thought was like one that I've not played a Resident Evil that good since 4.
Well,
Good mix of elements of Resident Evil 1 and 4 in it. Like you had the control style of 4, but you had like the limited ammo and horror aspect of 1.
when do you all think the Switch is gonna come down in price?
Nintendo, not anytime soon.
Because I want one, but then I looked it up on Amazon and it was like $350, and I was like, dude.
I think Nintendo will only drop price
I think after Christmas,
if they make a new iteration of the Switch.
or if another competitor enters the market that's popular.
I don't know. I don't think Nintendo's ever dropped a price through the competition. The only time I've really seen them drop price so quickly is when the 3DS first came out, and it was $250. And they were getting sales because they didn't have a really strong game lineup. This was more expensive than for. So, what they did is they actually reduced it to $200. And anyone who did pay $250 for it got the Ambassador program, got 10 free GBA games. And that was really cool, actually. I mean, it was like Metroid Fusion, Legends, Zelda, Minish Cap. It wasn't like crap GBA games. They were like legit good ones. And after that, the 3DS kicked off, and here and there, and look where it is today.
Yeah.
Nintendo, especially the handhelds and the Switch, like in the Wii and stuff, like the momentum on them is so strong that they don't feel compelled to drop the price.
You okay?
Leave her alone!
Save the girl!
Where did they get all these freaking things?
I don't know. I kind of like this cutscene though. I guess it's not a cutscene, but you know what I mean.
You're okay now.
This is our town. Get out of here.
Oh, great.
You better run with sea scum.
Why can't I go?
They could take them.
Just need Mel Gibson at the front. Have we caught him ice on the Crystarium?
I don't know.
Powerful shoot.
He's holding
Could have been a
back.
thunder spell. As if they can't cross that.
But that is still kind of frightening that somebody could
That's
do
only
that.
slightly inconvenient. Get him!
Because that kind of is a show of power, you know?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
She can't reach that hoop.
Stop them! Empty those clips! Fire!
Where did he get that?
What the fetch? This reminds me of the Minority Report.
Snow's track record with holding on to people isn't very good. Hope so.
And for some reason, that cutscene felt very uncomfortable.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
I like what they're trying to do with it, but that last part, how they got out of that mess, was
stay
kind of awkward.
Yes.
We walk
Not a big fan of that cutscene. Alright. And behind us,
Time's
nothing.
a wasting.
Beautiful ocean.
Just jump off and die. Dang it.
Coach just stabbing them in the back and looked at the people like, I killed the Lassie! I was undercover the whole time.
That'd be a perfect place to stab him, like right there. And then like he
People
just
would
like,
cheer
no,
him.
I didn't stab him. He fell off.
Like, yeah, you killed the mother killer!
Paul, how was it? In which book? Curious.
Felix Heights is that way, right?
Is this the part where he pushes him off?
Still pretty far.
Not quite, I don't think.
A great place for family living. So they say. Looks like it actually might be, huh?
Yeah, well, the Sea don't have family.
Hey, listen to me, kid. I'm an orphan. I barely got to know my family. But someday, I'm gonna have my own. Once I save Sarah and protect Cocoon.
How exactly?
It's a good question. I want to do what's right, but everyone hates Lassie. Kind of hard to help someone that's trying to kill you. It'll be tough. But everything will work out in the end. As long as we stay together and hold on to hope.
We don't have any.
Wish they could have used a different word than hope.
Yeah. Or they could have just named him something different than Hope.
Well, the Sea's
Like
only
John?
hope is a quick death.
Would have been better than Hope. What the freak is
Yeah,
up
Lightning
with
couldn't just consistently use the word John. I guess you
Hold on
could.
to
Yeah.
hope.
Hope? More like, no hope.
it? Yeah.
Hey, wait up!
It could have been like really obvious. His first name was Lost, last name Hope.
There you go.
Typical 13. Okay, there's some dude flying around up there. I don't know about how your party's looking, but that guy jacks you up.
It's still really funny that, like, people rag on Hope so much in this game, but he's like the most likable character in 13 too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was like that nerdy kid that no one liked in like elementary school, middle school, but then he grew up, became a man, and like everyone likes him, you know.
He's like the Elon Musk of that game. It's like he's
Yeah,
the scientist that knows everything and like looks up to him.
Right, I just got this one. It's magic plus 50.
He's the one that remakes Cocoon. You go 500 years into the future, and he's like looked at as like some prodigy, and Cocoon finally goes back up in the air.
He's like Thomas Edison.
And like all the concept of that story are thrown away when lightning returns happens.
Oh, I got a preemptive strike. No way.
How about this?
So this thing's got one of those. I'm sure you remember from when you played it before, but thing has one of those moves that just kills you in like one hit, unless you're on Centennial.
I got very lucky to stagger right at the beginning of the battle, so...
Yeah, you should be alright. I don't know if Bryce, if Elon Musk is a dick.
Follow my lead.
You know,
in real life he's pretty
in
good
reality,
guy, but
famous historical is that a lot of times not good people are at. So when people try to bring up this like, oh, Steve Jobs,
Just too easy.
So what a it's like, yeah, they are. Like assholes are the ones that usually get stuff done.
Yep, it's true.
Well, they're probably like introverted people too, and they're like the concept of being famous and like everywhere you go, people are trying to talk to you too.
I know
Like,
Nikola Tesla was a very introvert person.
What's that?
Nikolai Tesla.
Oh, come on, game.
Person.
Oh, really?
So the answer to that, Bryce, is probably likely. Elon Musk does sound like a villain name. If you know,
I mean, I'd probably be a dick too if my last name was Musk. I don't know. If I was a soldier in this army, I would definitely be one of these guys with one of those backpack jets.
Sick.
That entirely beats walking around.
What I want to know is how involved is the military and everything. Is this just because like ILC are on the or like the Falsi is comparing them to like be on a high alert like this in all the towns? Or like these like soldiers like usually don't.
That's true. This town did have a lot of soldiers like all over the place. And I think they said they had a little cutscene that said like they were expecting Lassie in that area, I think. But I don't know what it's like normally.
I would assume it's not normal because the way the town people are very angry, confused. And you know, if military was a normal thing, then I don't think the people of this town would be reacting as such. They would be treating it more like an everyday thing.
I feel like they should purge this entire city now. Right? Well, I guess they're not Pulse falsies, so they wouldn't do that. Never mind.
Well, I think they're just keeping them in line so they can catch the LC, because that's who they are after Ultimate begins. It's understandable that townspeople would be upset when they see LC like on top of them being what they are. You know, they're sick and tired of this. You know.
I'm just remembering how they freaked out with the Bodum or whatever, the first city, where the Sanctum just decided to like just go kill the entire city.
I don't even know. Was that a city or was that like a?
I don't know. I figured they referred to it like a city, but I guess it could have just been like a little area.
Time to switch, kiddo.
It's a good question, because I guess it could have been like Sector 7 of the slums.
It felt like the drop off
of like a city
to go to Pulse. I mean, I can't verify myself. Well, take that back. I bet you the data logs will tell you.
I mean, if you haven't been reading the data logs at this point, I don't think you want to start now. Like,
I think I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to see. I'm just saying, like, if you started now, like, the thing had been like telling you there was a new entry like every 8 seconds, so it'd be like a mile and a half of reading.
This song's kind of weird.
I really like the song, but it doesn't go well here. There's another place in Pulse it goes in. and you're traveling more through like a majestic like area, and there's like machinery around.
Mm.
Oh shoot,
here,
that's really... That's a lot weaker. Never mind.
So thus far with this game, on this playthrough, I would say that the game is worse than I remembered, but I think that's also a testament to how much the game improves towards the end. You know, because the fact that like I don't remember it being this like. I remember not liking it and being upset, but I remember not being like this bad. You know.
Yeah, it's worse than I remember too.
I admit it feels worse than I remember.
Around here.
But I'm such a mixed bag on it because it's something that I feel they do like very right, and then the next second it's like there's something they do so wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so inconsistent in its everything.
Hope, follow my lead.
It just boggles my mind that some people didn't really have too much of a problem with this game, but like they still felt like Final Fantasy XII was like just an awful game.
Yeah, I know. I know. It doesn't make sense. Final Fantasy XII is a pretty good game, right?
I accept the fact that we will never get a Final Fantasy like 1-9 again.
Oh my god.
But I
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about. Like you have to try to guess when it's going to happen and then put Centennial on.
is they tried to make a game that's better than them, and with 13 and 15 and 14 1.0, it's like it feels like they're not even trying to surpass those games.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Well, it's like it feels like the marketing team just took over. They're just like, whoa, we had a focus group, and it seems like everyone really liked black hats. So we need this character with a black hat. They really like trench coats. Trench coat.
Jim Sterling actually had a really good video recently about focus groups and games. And while, yeah, most definitely they need to be part of it, especially at Square Enix, he does make a really good point that a lot of people in focus groups say more what they think they want than what they actually want. And he
You're
made
asking them to be critical.
It's like a focus group, like ask people like what.
I think I'm dead. I think I'm freaking dead anyways. Holy crap, that was freaking retarded.
A lot of people say, "Oh, we want a dark, rich tasting coffee," when people realistically want just regular coffee with like cream or sugar in it. And so when people get that new coffee, they are disappointed with it and don't like it. And it's kind of like the same thing, like say like a focus group said like, "Oh, we want like a very open world Final Fantasy. We want like a 1x1 scale Final." And like the team's probably like, "Shit, how?" And they're trying to find a way. Instead of just being like, "Hey, look, technical limitations still limit our ability to create the scope of Final Fantasy that rivals those of early games. So we need to just make a game that, meets the standards of Final Fantasy, and you're able to scale the world in like in an abstract form. Like 15 would have been so much better if it had a world map and it just had beautifully detailed, gorgeous areas. Adventure, something like so. You could have done that. Or you could have done Final Fantasy X / Xenoblade Chronicle style traveling, and like it would have been just fine. And I bet you anything would not have cost it. But no.
Yeah, dude, it's a mess.
Jesus Christ, game.
Do you guys think they Square Enix is on the right idea of constantly making new engine crystals and luminous for their games?
No, they need to freaking what they're doing now. They just need to freaking use Unreal Engine 5 or 4 or whatever.
It's Unreal Engine 4 right now, and with Kingdom Hearts 3, they actually originally had a system called the Kingdom Slider engine. Is the new engine they were creating for Kingdom Hearts 3, but it kept giving problems. Like, I think they were like 2 years into development from 2013 with it, and like someone in the higher ups in Square Enix said, like, look, this thing is not working. You guys are going to take forever to release it. Keep using this, like stop using this engine and convert it to Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah.
And of course they had to delay the game, but you know what? I'm willing to bet that taking the game off that engine and putting it on the new one and developing it will still come out before if they use the Kingdom Slider.
Well, I mean, games take so long to develop now. You gotta use what's already, you know.
Yeah, but look how
got everything worked out and like proven, you know.
Yeah, but have you seen Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers recently, like the Toy Story one? That trailer was gorgeous.
I am going to die again.
You have Vince the type of damage he gives.
Dude, these motorcycle guys, I don't know why they stuck them in there like this. Like, this is ridiculous. Because it has to give you some kind of sign that he's about to do that. You know.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Velhart, I like my coffee like my women. And how do you like your Velhart? Don't leave me in suspense.
Cold.
There you go.
Holy fetch.
I wouldn't mind at all if 16 was on Unreal Engine 4. I say good for them.
Just will make development easier on them. Like, they'll just be able to make the game faster. It doesn't make any sense not to do that.
They've already shown they don't care what they release, so.
I kind of have a thing for heights.
You have a thing for it, as in, like, you like it or you don't like it?
Is Final Fantasy VII Remake using Unreal? I forgot.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's a good episode.
Yeah, I didn't know the Unreal Engine could run on Android. That's interesting.
You know, the one thing about this game, the fact that they made it linear. I mean, they did a lot of this where they just put flat matte paintings in the background.
Oh,
it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to tell when it's in when it's here on the PC and everything's like really clean than say on a PS3. But like that is a flat image in the background, and I think it's pretty obvious. You can tell it's not. It doesn't blend with the foreground elements so well.
They're really banking on you just running past that.
Well, and that was the thing I was complaining about with the Final Fantasy IX remaster on the PS4 is just you can tell when they did that.
Well, it's same thing with FF7 as well on PC. Like I was playing it the other day, like setting up an overlay I'm going to use for when Chrissy and I play through it on Twitch. And I actually switched it because there's a whole option where you can switch it to original graphics or something like that, so that the character models blend better with the backgrounds, even though they're like lower resolution. I just think it looks way better than the really crisp characters on those like low resolution backgrounds.
Well, it breaks the immersion.
Is the mod community upscale the backgrounds. And these are people like our age, like at home doing this. Like that took them like a month or two to do, and
yeah,
Square Enix could not take the time to do that. I would assume they have very competent developers capable of doing this.
Sure.
And they couldn't do it.
Just didn't want to spend the money.
But you know, as much as I rip on Square Enix, I kind of feel like the only people I really rip on is the main Final Fantasy team, because like the AA team seems fine. Final Fantasy 14 is A-okay. The Dragon Quest team is definitely okay. I feel like it's just the main Final Fantasy team that marketing shoves its nose in, or the developers are overconfident, or anything like that. And like, huh? Like, so it feels kind of weak to say that I have a problem with Square Enix, but
It's mostly just how they handle Final Fantasy.
I feel like the Final Fantasy I'm having gripes with.
Time to switch, kiddo.
There's the part of me that
there's
hopes.
Follow my lead.
No, don't attack. Stop. No, attack the other one that's actually freaking staggered, you dumb fish.
How about this?
I don't know, if you think about it, like we had 13, which is, you know, a bump in the road, and then we had 15, which is, and Type 0, which were just reminiscent of 13. So there's a very tiny hope after I've had a couple of weeks of rest from that article that you know, I'm kind of hoping 16, like maybe if they get something brand new to start with, they might be able to recapture something, hopefully.
Is it
at the very least, you know, we're gonna have a great looking trailer to look forward to. It might not actually be in the game, but that doesn't matter. So
I am kind of
fetchers.
curious to see how the 15.
Oh, come on!
So
That's way too many!
I feel like there might be like a simpler way.
I feel like I can do it. It's just a matter of being super careful and taking out these backpack fetchers as quick as possible.
well, yeah, you have to try to take those guys out before this motorcycle dude starts doing his like assault.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and kill this guy and then we're gonna heal.
Oh god,
Did I get him? Oh, I didn't get him in time? Seriously?
Gatling gun. There we go.
Steel guard. Do it. Heal me.
Anytime.
I think he'll.
Thanks, Hope.
As long as he's like healing you while it's happening, that's pretty good game.
The one that's almost dead, yeah. Punch him, thank you.
Velhart says he likes his coffee for real with sugar and milk.
Oh, that's how you like your woman, man.
How about this?
Some high end.
Come on, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Hurry up and kill him.
Later.
Keep healing me, Hope. Oh, shoot. Steel guard, you piece of crap. Now, do it. Do it now. Do it now. Now, 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 now. Crap. God, I hate this guy.
Thanks, Hope. It's all about teamwork.
And it's still got almost 4 HP too.
You know what is a great point though? Final Fantasy 4 on my iPad.
Yeah, you were saying that the other day.
Well, at least this one works.
How about this?
Come on, stagger him. Just finish him off, please.
How about this?
Oh my god, it's not gonna work.
Hope, follow my lead. I can take it.
I'm actually gonna freaking purposefully use Steel Guard. Because it's the only way he'll actually do it. Oh my god, please attack, thank you. Holy crap, that was freaking stupid.
Time to switch, kiddo.
feel bad for Snow's knuckles. They must really hurt after he's.
Don't worry, they give him a nice.
Finally.
I don't know. Those things suck, but they're not quite as bad as the
I got a
spiky
4
dude.
on that?
Yeah, I know. It's like, how else was I supposed to do it? Yeah. But those spiky armor dudes, I think those were, so far, those are pretty worse.
I have good Crystarium points now. Not really. I can at least get to level 2 on Commando, though. I think that's as far as I can go with this Crystarium right now.
Bryce says that's why I preferred to not use auto with Centennial because, am I saying it right?
Sentinel.
Ah, whatever. Sentinel. Because you technically only need to provoke once.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb how it like just provokes for like all the turns. He needs more HP. Oh my god.
I don't know, Bryce, but like when it only takes one button press to do the auto battle. That's the thing.
Okay, this is the part where he pushes him off the edge.
I wanted to ask you something.
This guy
Looks like I can't take this bad dialogue anymore.
You say you want a family. What if they were taken from you?
Well then, I'd take them back.
And what if you couldn't? What if you knew who was to blame?
Well then, there'd be trouble. Hey, are you okay? Did you get hit in the head or something? Or...
Can't focus. Oh. Okay, so it's after this boss pass.
We'll have to talk about this later.
Nobody heard that coming.
Just stand there.
Hope, wait!
What in the hell is that?
Very good question.
No, what's expensive? I wonder how much money these citizens are paying in taxes. Like, this is like very elaborate.
What tax dollars going for this stupid looking thing?
We need to fire the mayor. This is ridiculous.
Well, the mayor is the fallacy.
That's true.
Mayor Falsey has this to say, let him deal with it, asshole. I'll purge your ass.
Taxes just got 10% higher.
Thanks, Hope.
Alright, you guys tell me if this would be a better or worse way to continue. Or what should have happened in 13. Do you think the way Jill is brought up would have been a better made film? And like Daisley was evil, but then like she kills him at the last time.
Hope, follow my lead.
And it becomes like a godlike.
Overdrive.
Thanks, partner.
Get a Sentinel Synergist here for a second.
Better contact them.
Oh shoot, never mind. Let's go. This.
Anytime.
Keep healing, you piece of fish. Wow, he's not a very good healer.
Time to switch, kiddo.
Okay, let's get back to
It's all about
that.
teamwork.
Yes.
I think it'd have been crazy if like Hope's mom started dating Snow, and like Hope had to deal with that.
Like, look, Hope, I don't expect you to call me that, but I will be respectful. You will respect
That could probably carry him halfway through the game, you know, the whole story arc.
Time to switch, kiddo.
Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep doing it.
How about this?
Heal yourself, please.
Thanks, Hope. Thanks, partner.
Oh, you freaking suck at healing. Terrible
I can-
at it, bro.
I can see why. I only watched the beginning of Lore Runner's stream of this game, but he said like the only way I'll play this game is if you guys want me to play this, I'll play it. But the only way I'm going to play it is with cheats. So like you know, it's like maxed out, so it's like one hit kill everything.
How do you even do that? Are there
Well,
mods for it on?
Well, he's
mods
playing
for-
on the PC, so I'm assuming there was mods for it.
I just imagine you just ramp up the stats and make it so each hit you do.
Yeah, but it was great. It was like the beginning of the game. The lightning was doing like 8,000 damage or something.
So he really doesn't like it, huh?
Did he like it? No, I mean,
No, I'm
he
saying
said it
he
wasn't-
really doesn't like it, huh?
He didn't think it was as bad as everyone was saying, but it wasn't his favorite. No.
It's kind of how I felt about it, but now that I'm playing through it this time, I actually do kind of feel like it's that bad. To be honest.
Doesn't Japan like love this game?
I liked it way better the first time I played it. And that's saying something, because I really did like it the first time I played it. At least
Now,
from the
did you play it when it first came out, or?
Yeah, I played it. I got it day one.
Yeah, I got it day one also. I don't know if it was just like the excitement or the hype that maybe quickly overlooked something.
Well, you have to also consider like if you got this the day it came out graphically, it was probably just
It was
immaculate.
unreal.
Like,
Absolutely.
even when 15 came out, I was doing nothing but trying to find good, like reasons to like it.
Yeah, I was doing that too. I kept telling myself like, "No, this is a good game. This is a good game." But
You
dude,
can
I'm telling you, that moment where they told me to avenge Jared's death, like that's when I knew. Like I was like, "This isn't going to be a very good game."
You can ask Mike. We had a conversation about it before. Like, I was kind of trying to defend 15's like ideas or like story aspects a little bit at first, but then like it quickly broke down.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah! I'm gonna get pushed off a building now!
Woo!
Because I was thinking to myself, you know, after the lessons of like 13 and its
take
trilogy,
a
and
break.
then 14
What are we doing over
1.0,
there?
and how great 14 A Realm Reborn became, it's like, you know, I feel like that's like 15 was like their big lesson learner,
I'm not thirsty.
and
I think they just realized they're like, you know what? We suck now at cutscenes. Let's just stop doing them.
Well, don't worry.
push him, push him, push him.
This game came out 10 years later. That soda can would have definitely been a Coca-Cola.
Yep.
Snow is not your mom's hope.
We just need a good Jack in here.
I can't.
It drives me crazy when they always get adult actors to voice like little
What do you plan
kids.
to do?
Yeah.
I need to know.
It's like so
Told you.
obvious.
Save Sarah, protect Cocoon.
It's one thing to have an adult actor play like a teen or even like a young teen, but like a little kid, it just never works, especially for like males.
Sure.
Whatever happens,
Probably because
things will work themselves
child
out.
actors are usually terrible.
Even if you're listening,
Yeah.
you gotta keep fighting.
Oh, fetch.
What if that gets people
Nice
around
shot.
you involved?
What?
What happens when your actions end up ruining someone's life? What if someone dies? What then, Snow?
I like how immediately off guard he was taken by that. Like,
It's like I never considered
For what
this.
you've
it's
done.
like, what? Wait a minute.
There's other people?
Right?
It just was a really sudden, like, snappy shift in his temperament there. It doesn't
Well, that
really
was
work.
like Lightning's realization when Hope was like saying, "We're all like pets," and then all of a sudden her eyes got big.
Just run away? I know. It's all my fault.
What? He actually believed this whole time? This is just so...
What do you say?
Yeah, it's bad.
All I can do is go forward. Keep fighting and surviving until I find the answers I need.
It's so forced. It's so forced.
You're running from what you deserve. Well, why don't you tell me what I deserve? The same fate. Nora Estine. She was my mother. And she died because of you. You're the one she meant.
What?
It's like, is that the
fetch?
first present I got lightning?
Hold on, what the fetch?
Dude, Snow is the man with these falls. Like, he's really good at it. He knows how to break falls.
Oh, that's
No.
how many falls, lethal falls have we survived so far in this game?
And Snow's like, hey, Hope, was it like that?
Yeah, I guess moms really are not that tough.
We didn't remember our focus or what we'd done. All we could do was
Jeez, that scene wasn't very good either.
lost.
Let's give up. Forget our focus. We don't need it.
We don't need it. If we don't figure it out and pull it off, you're gonna be a thief.
It's just making a kid that young, Alicia. It's not right.
Yeah, it's unfair. But guess what? We grin and bear it like good Lassie,
Crikey.
or the Falsey starts making more. Like that girl the other day. It doesn't matter what our focus is. We do it, whether we like it or not.
But
Say we call it quits. You think these people will let us go? They'll lynch us in the street. Listen, Vanille. We do what we gotta do and get ourselves off this filthy world as fast as we can.
fine.
You get out of here first. I'll buy you some time.
Aw.
Now, don't you worry. I'll come and find you, no matter where you go.
I'm gonna send you to all 3 of these rooms.
A huge
That's
elevator.
that's how elevators work. You just like sent her to wait on like 3 floors that she doesn't need to go to.
You know, you could have just been like a kid that goes in the elevator that just presses all the buttons and runs out.
Also, what was the point of freaking breaking the console?
So Vanille just can't press the open door button? I don't know.
You boys coming or not?
That'd be hilarious. She just walks out.
By the time I took care of them all,
It's only 3 people,
Vanille
Fang.
was
Like,
long
come on.
gone. After that, Rains and his cavalry found me. I never stopped searching for Vanille, but I couldn't find her. Her or our focus.
So, you're telling me Sarah will come back to life someday too?
Yep. We didn't do our job right. That's why it made her a lessee. We messed up. Sorry.
Holy fetch. I forgot about that part. Lightning just does not give a crap who she
That it?
punches in the face.
You sure better hope so. But whether we're square, that's up to Sarah.
I really wish that
You
was
sound
Tabata.
exactly like Snow. And he didn't hit me.
Stop it.
Wait, he already knows this?
Wow. That's a load off. Glad I apologized.
You apologized so you'd feel better?
Guess so. How about you? Feel any better now that you hit me?
It didn't change anything.
Still the worst birthday ever.
Huh. Tell that to my jaw.
Felix Heights is up there. Still a ways before we get to Hope's place.
Better pick it up.
I don't know.
We'll head through that
We've
gate.
always kind of pondered if these
Right.
games would be more accepted if they just didn't have the voice acting, they just used text boxes. I wonder, do you guys think
I don't know about
that would be the
this.
same with this game? Do you think more people would accept it if it had no voice acting?
I don't know. I want to say no because the voice acting isn't the part that I think is bad. I think it's the actual writing itself.
Sure.
Like the actual dialogue is the bad.
Because I feel like the
part, but-
voice actors and actresses themselves are actually pretty good in this game. It's
I
just
think
Yeah,
the
they're-
voice acting really comes down to the voice direction. I've noticed with this type of games, especially when you're trying to localize it from Japanese to English. And
Yeah.
I can imagine it's harder. It's harder to pull off, but a game like this is something you really gotta. I mean, you have a game like 12 that sounded great, and 14 sounds great, and even 15 sounds great. Something about 13 though is just like the execution of the dialogue. It's just so
not
that
there,
like
yeah.
you can't help but notice that like the voice acting that's going along with it. I can imagine if there was like a lot better voice direction for the game, or like just better dialogue in general. I think voice acting wouldn't be an issue in this at all.
Yeah.
I think it's a cause and effect type of thing.
Okay.
at least they didn't compress the crap out of it, so it sounds like they're talking to an AM radio the whole game.
That's a good point. Okay, we can go for Quake, or we can go for Launch and Smite.
Ooh, that's a hard gamble. I really like Launch, but I really like Quake because it hits everybody.
Let's see if we can get Quake.
Oh, Bryce, that's a good point. I just saw your comment. He said when we were talking about child characters, why don't you use a child actor instead of an adult? He said, I don't think you can get a child to sit and do a voice within the time frame that an adult woman could. That's a good point. I mean, I guess it probably is cheaper just to have an adult do it. I've never done voice acting, so I don't know.
It depends. There are definitely some good child voice actors out there. But maybe it is just like less of a hassle, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how it is in Japan, but I guess here you probably have to give them like a 15-minute break every hour or something,
Yeah.
A little high C.
Yeah, seriously, all I gotta do is give them freaking high C and fruit roll-ups, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, they'll go for hours.
Magic plus 50, that's pretty sick. Alright, that's what I'm gonna save for today.
Cool.
Whoops. Give me over here. There we go. Just quit the game. Quit the game. Quit the game. What the fetch? This was the problem I had last time, too. This is why I switched to doing... Dang it. This is why I switched over to doing, what do you call it? Full screen mode.
Full screen mode. Could just always control delete. Oh, there you go.
That's what I did. Alright, guys. I'll see you again on Monday.
All right, man. Daisy.
All right, see you on
Take
Monday.
it easy. Have a good weekend. Peace out.